Hola. 'Tis I, Alycia. How are you? Hope you're doing well. You know what I want to find out? I want to find out why James Cameron is a know-it-all. My opinion. Allegedly. It's going to be a tarot card reading for entertainment purposes only. So, I saw James Cameron on TMZ's website today, June 23rd, 2023. And he's already pontificating, because he made the movie about the Titanic, and because James Cameron's gone down to the Titanic, and James Cameron is just so full of himself. Anyhow, apparently there was one story where he's like, I knew the Oceangate imploded like days ago. Duh. And he's making people mad. For the record, he's always made me mad because I really can't stand listening to him talk like he is the world-renowned expert on all things submarine, Titanic, XYZ. He strikes me as a dude who's really full of himself, and not into him. Although I like the movie Titanic, for the record, in case that comes up in Final Jeopardy. But what is up with James Cameron? He's very full of himself. He's interjected himself into the conversation about the Oceangate submersible. Stop. But let's just see. Why does James Cameron think he needs to inject himself into the convo? And again, it's all alleged for entertainment purposes only, not fact. Tarot card reading, XYZ. Join me in the Moon Moth Manor. If you want more readings like this, you're going to find them there at AlyciaWicker.com. James Cameron, why do you inject yourself? Why? We'll find out here. I'm the king of the world. That's not it. We're getting there. We're gonna do a big old spread here and get all sorts of 411. Okay. Let's continue on. Oh, let me shove these up a smidgen and a half. I'm sure that's not an official measurement by anybody's standard, so wouldn't want James Cameron to come over and tell me that. That's okay. He wouldn't know who I am because I'm just a basic, boring human. Doesn't have bazillions of dollars to blow on movies and Titanic fantasies. Okay. So, why is James Cameron so annoying and interjecting his opinion? Because he's the king of the world. It's because he thinks he's smart. Because I'm not saying he's not a smart person. I'm not saying he's like dumb. Like, certain people are just dumb. I'm not saying he's dumb. He's not like Prince Harold. He's not that dumb. He has a lot of wealth. He has a lot of experience in making movies, and he does have a significant amount of experience as it relates to Titanic and stuff like that. So it's not because he's like an engineer or marine biologist or any expert like that. But he does have experience that he's interjecting in here. And there's this idea that he feels validated in some way by what has happened to the submersible, that he wants to interject his opinion based upon his experience. Again, this is a guy who wants to get into the discussion where submarine experts, other smart people in that area, they don't want his 10 cents. He wants to give them their 10 cents. Not even a penny. He wants to give them 10 cents. Full on 10 cents. He wants a seat at the table. I don't know why. It's a weird thing. This is more than, hey, I want you to buy my next Titanic collector edition thing with, deleted scenes or something. It's not that. It's this idea. This is like a different chapter in his life. This is beyond directing. This is like, I've become a Titanic expert. I am an expert in some ocean things, and I want a seat at the table, and I deserve it, and I'm going to fight my way in. Okay, so he has this idea. Okay. He has this idea. And I don't know if this is because he's from Hollywood and he's like an entitled prick or what. There's this idea that he's like, I know how we got here. And apparently no one else saw that. And I'm here and I want to wake people's eyes open. This is a horrible tragedy. And this should never happen again. Like, I don't know if he thinks he's the only one who's thought of like why there's safety concerns and why nobody else saw this coming. I think a lot in this community he's seeking to fight with, they all saw this coming. This is why a lot of people, not even like the smartest people in the room, would not go on this thing. A lot of people could figure it out. But have no fear, James Cameron is here. Five of Cups, Hangman, Queen of Swords. He just wants to tell you everything he knows about this whole situation. The ocean, submersibles, him going way, 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 way on down. He wants to tell you about all of it. King of Wands, Knight of Wands, Judgment. If there needs to be some like regulatory agency for explorers who want to do these things, like maybe that's what he's angling for. He wants to be the head of a regulatory agency in terms of exploration in the ocean. He wants to make it so people can be safe while they take these reasonable risks, but have a framework, a guide, keep you within the guardrails. Okay, I think that's what he's seeking to do here. This could have all been avoided. Instead, though, this was reckless. We could all see the writing on the wall with the Death card and the Tower card. We were all hoping there would be a happy ending. However, if we had our guardrails here, people could stay within the lines, then we'd have less dangerous accidents. Even though there's this idea, he doesn't want a kibosh on the exploration. He doesn't want that. But he does want a seat at the table in terms of establishing regulations. Okay. Got it. I got it, James Cameron. Got it. What does, let's say Coast Guard, Navy, submarine, submersible, smart people, anybody in that industry that is not James Cameron, let's ask that. What do they think about James Cameron? The collective smart people in that industry, what do they think about James Cameron? Allegedly. Entertainment purposes only. Not fact. Okay. They look at him, my opinion, allegedly, entertainment purposes only. This is not a fact. They look at James Cameron, all the smart engineer, underwater, all those associated people in the industry. They look at James Cameron first and foremost as a rich guy, a rich celebrity guy. He's just a rich guy. It's like he's got rich guy thinking, rich guy attitude, rich guy thoughts. There is no solution that there isn't a price tag on. There's that. That's the whole first thing. This is not that they think he brings any type of valuable information, ideas, strategies. No, this is like rich guy solutions to regular problems, I guess. Okay. Seven of Swords, center of the situation. None of them trust him. So if James Cameron's thinking he's going to get onto some type of safe exploration governing board, they don't want him in it. Seven of Swords, sneaky snacker card. They think he's a slimy shithead rat bastard. They don't like him, and he's sneaky, and this is like, essentially, he has his own creative ideas that don't live in the real world all of the time. Yes, he has some experience, but this is all about marketing James Cameron. He's full of himself. Full of himself. That's how I get it. This is rich man money and marketing himself and trying to get to, I'm the king of the world of underwater exploration. They don't want anything to do with him. This has been a thing in the past, in the collective of all the actual smart underwater people. They have all collectively thought, no one's ever come out and said, we think James Cameron is a rich shithead. They've all collectively thought it, probably told each other when they've met up doing whatever things they do. In different various industries, like pick an industry within this whole big group, they've all talked about there's no love here for James Cameron. So those people, just like me, we all agree. We don't really like him. They really don't like him because he has not put in the time, or he has not come in to the industry like they have. He does not have the education. He's like, you know how to make movies. You do not know how to, you do not understand the ocean like you think you do. Like you have a 10-cent diploma, right? You bought it and you didn't earn your stripes. The information you got was from other people that gave you information. You did not learn the information on your own. You were guided. Like you got a cheater degree. I don't know why that came to mind, but you have a cheater degree in oceanography. You have a cheater degree in deep sea exploration. You have a cheater degree in everything that has to do with anything under the sea. Under the sea. We do not like thee. So, James Cameron's a king of marketing in their opinion. And this is why James Cameron is offering his opinion about why did Oceangate have a fatal problem and it, ended up imploding or whatever they're going to determine however many days later, weeks, months from when I'm recording this. However, here's James Cameron coming in and telling us all what happened, like he's the expert on this, all because he is trying to market himself and position himself in a certain way to be seen by whoever as someone who needs a voice at the table. This is why James Cameron is annoying. Oh, gosh. You know what? Hold on. Oops. My phone hit my mousey thing. Here's what I was looking up. James Cameron at some point was married to Linda Hamilton, and there's two reasons cited for why they may have gotten divorced. Either he was so devoted to his craft of being a director, or it could be that he was seeing a honey on the side. Well, I want to know. I don't think this will be the right deck for it. Let's do it with this deck. Why did James Cameron and Linda Hamilton get divorced? Why? This spread isn't going to do it for me, which is interesting. Because it's interesting. The outside influences here show he's dedicated to his craft, right? Why did they get a divorce? Oh, he's dedicated to his craft. And in here, he's master craftsman and he's looking to his future. He doesn't have time for this old-timey relationship. However, in the center, he's a master of his craft. He's victorious here, but he's worried about some word getting out here, about keeping somebody's mouth shut. That's the interesting part of this whole little sandwich. He's worried shitless about something affecting his craft or his career. What? Let's do it this way. Why did Linda Hamilton divorce James Cameron? Let's ask, why did she divorce him? That'll get us our clarity. We'll ask individually, why did Linda Hamilton divorce James Cameron? The relationship had changed. My opinion, allegedly. Not fact, it's a card reading. Did he meet somebody else and they got pregnant? My opinion, allegedly. It looks like here she is and here he goes. Hey, younger. This is a Page of Cups. We'll just assume it's a younger lady and that he's not doing dirty shit with niños and niñas. Hello, I would like to hang out with you. Oh my gosh, I think I might be pregnant. That's coming from her. And she's like, I need to get the fuck out of here. Let me figure out what I'm going to do here. And I'm going to figure out how I'm going to get my settlement from Mr. Cameron. All right. Let's see from James Cameron's perspective, why did he get a divorce from Linda Hamilton? There's no affair brought up on his angle. This is all about, I am married to my craft. I wonder if James Cameron's a delusional fellow. I mean, I think so from what we've already read on this other, why James Cameron's annoying. I think there's some, like, I don't know if I am not a psychologist, mental health clinician, XYZ, insert the name, I'm not it. It feels like James Cameron compartmentalizes different parts of his personality depending on what we're talking about. This would be like, I don't think he wanted to get a divorce. I also don't think he likes to be questioned. I think he likes to tell stories, offer up his stories of, I'm just a hard worker. I work late at nights. You're making up stories. You think that I'm boinking so-and-so. I am not. I'm just a master director. I just really get into my projects and I work really hard. Is this about money? Do you want money? Would that stop you? Do you want some new role in my next movie? Do you want that? Ooh, he's a nasty turd. Look, we're going to work together in my next movie. Do you want that? You can get an acting credit and a producer credit. Would that work? I am just telling you, I work really hard. Da, da, da. I am a visionary. Rah! And then it's like, I don't know if he's trying to buy her or something, buy her off, try to keep her in the relationship. And then at some point he decides, I got to fucking walk away. But it's like, no admitting to cheating. So let's ask that question. Did he cheat on her? She seems to think so, allegedly, for entertainment purposes. Did James Cameron cheat on Linda Hamilton? Oh, there's that pregnancy card again. I don't think it's ever been conclusively proven. And I think there's just that idea that it's hanging in the air. No one's admitted to it. No one could prove it. And there it is again, like, I don't know that perhaps he knocked somebody up, but I don't know that the baby was delivered, or if it was secret love child. My opinion, allegedly. However, it's quiet. It's like your secret, big secret, not going to find out about it. She and him are at an impasse over it. He just wants to focus that it's, oh, I'm so dedicated to my craft. And she's like, I got a feeling you're pulling shenanigans behind the scenes. We cannot make an agreement on what's going on here in the relationship. We have to divorce. Because there's this thing floating here. I have my suspicions about what you're doing over there and where you're sticking your wand. And he's trying to say, I just am a reliable director and I'm just into my craft. I don't know that I'm ever going to get to the truth of this. There's also a part of me who thinks James Cameron's a prick, and do I really care that much? No. So there's that. Anyhow, that's what I have for you today on this whole... I would rather never read about James Cameron again. He seems like just a big old jerk. My opinion, allegedly, for entertainment purposes. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a like, give me a comment. Join me in the Moon Moth Manor at AlyciaWicker.com, and I'll see you next time. Adios.